today's video is going to be basically me answering frequent basic questions about dividends. So we'll be covering things like ex-dividend date, dividend yield, why invest in dividend companies, and basically some basics into figuring out which ones are good, which ones aren't. So not doing a stock analysis, that'll be the next video, but let's just jump right in. So today I'm going to be using Realty Income as an example. They are the monthly dividend company, so I think that's perfect for this video. But basically, starting out, what is a dividend? So a dividend is a payment of the company's profits to its shareholders. Now, if they don't have profit, they can use debt to pay this, but that is a red flag. We will talk about that in the next video. So moving on, basically every brokerage will have an About tab to basically give you some basics of earnings, dividend yield, that kind of stuff. So we're just going to talk about a couple of things today. Stock analysis, again, will be the next video. So a big question people have is about dividend yield. So what is a dividend yield? Right off the bat, it's a percentage of what the company pays based on its stock price. So dividend yield here says 5.33, so it's 5.33% of, say, 54 or 44. Okay, so you may think, all right, so high dividend yield is good. Well, numbers wise, yes, you would think that, but in reality, high dividend yields are typically a red flag. Companies can't sustain high dividend yields. I guess the market average for dividends is only 2.5. And the reason for that is, they don't want to be paying too much out to their shareholders, because we want these companies to be reinvesting in their company and not paying out all of its profits to their shareholders, because we want these companies to grow over time, to grow their dividend, to pay us more every month. So we'll talk about it more in the stock analysis video, but like I said, high dividend yields are typically red flags. Now, companies like Realty Income, they're REITs, so they actually are required to pay out a higher amount, but compared to other REITs right now, with everything going on, 5.33 is actually kind of low. But these are unprecedented times, so the yields have gone up on a lot of companies because their share price has gone down so much, but they're trying to pay the same amount in dividends. So hopefully you were able to follow all that. Basically, dividend yield is just a reflection of what they're paying based on the stock price. So if the stock price goes down, the dividend yield goes up. Doesn't necessarily mean a good thing, okay? So how do I get a dividend, okay? So you have to own a share of the stock, obviously, but you have to have it by the ex-dividend date and hold the stock by the ex-dividend date. So again, Robinhood only gives you a little bit of information here. Maybe there's a place to find it, but I don't know where the ex-dividend date would be on here, so that's why you Simply Safe Dividends. They give me all the information I need about these companies. There are other avenues. You could use the company's website to figure this stuff out. Dividend.com is decent, I guess. They give you some information here for free. You can also pay to have them, but for today we'll be using Realty Income on Simply Safe Dividends. So ex-dividend date, where is it? Right here. So ex-dividend date, April 30th. Okay, so last month I had to have had the stock by April 30th and held on to it to get the dividend payout for May, and the payday is May 15th. Okay. Now on Simply Safe, they also tell you the pay frequency. As I've said in previous videos, most of the companies I have right now pay monthly, so that is great. All right, so the last question to end the video is, why invest in dividend companies? Now, the reason I do is I want to create cash flow. My long-term goal is to basically have the ability for my investments to pay my bills. So when you have dividend paying companies, you hold on to this stock, like I said, and then they pay you a separate amount into your brokerage account. So I could actually just withdraw that amount if I wanted to and use it to do whatever with, while still being invested in the company. So I'm not selling the stock. So that's one reason there. On top of that, it'll help you theoretically grow better because you're getting payouts every month, every quarter, and then hopefully reinvesting it to grow the portfolio on top of your weekly, monthly, whatever investments you're doing. So we've got the portfolio growing hopefully by capital gains, the dividends, and then my contributions. So it just gives it a whole nother avenue to grow. Now, if you just invest in, say, a growth stock like I think Netflix, they don't pay a dividend, so you're just relying on the stock price going up in order to make a profit. I just think it's harder to predict that. Again, we're holding these stocks for long term, so they should go up over time as long as the companies are doing well. But the dividend is just another variable basically to ensure that we're going to be moving in the right direction. So end rant there. Those are some basic questions about dividends. We'll probably be touching on some more stuff into the stock info or analysis video coming up here, but basically that should answer questions about dividend yield and that kind of thing. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Something I do want to mention is, obviously this Simply Safe dividends here is like $500 a year. That's a lot of money. So something I might want to start doing after the Robinhood weekly update is choosing one stock from you guys that we can look at together on Simply Safe. So basically what we'll do is have comments on those weekly videos for what stock to pick, and the highest upvoted one every week we'll talk about the next week. So for example, say you want to do an analysis on Home Depot or something, just comment on that video, Home Depot for Simply Safe or something along those lines, and then whoever has the most likes on it or whatever is the one that I will talk about in the video. So that's all I got today. Should hopefully answer some basic questions about dividends, and again, stock analysis will be in the next one. So thanks for watching. If you haven't subbed, please sub. We're going to be obviously doing more and more stock stuff on this channel and other financial stuff over time. So if you're new to this kind of stuff, stick around and hopefully we can all learn something together.